Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm deciding doing something different. Uh, I'm deciding to compare two rifles that were used in, combat, but not like, you know, that they actually shot at each other. I'm just comparing and contrasting two rifles that, I think would be pretty interesting to see which one would be better. Now I'm going to call this new series Battlefield Matchups. So let's get started. Now, these are two rifles. The top one is a mach 36. This was made in France in 1936. Now, these were used in World War II. This is the rifle that's known as only dropped once, but the only reason it was dropped once is because France and England were just ill prepared. Hi, dog. You like making noise, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Anyways, the next one is the mosin M44. Now, this was designed in 1944, at the end of World War II. If you look at the other Nagant I have in another video, I'll be sure to make more videos with it. It has a hex receiver. This one has a round. They started doing that pretty much as soon as Russia got involved in World War II significantly. When they were fighting the Germans, they're like, okay, we need to make this simpler. So let's round the receiver, and then they realized, wow, the long infantry rifle is not going to work, so we need a carbine. And they already had a carbine, the M38, but you couldn't put a bayonet on it, so this one has a folding bayonet. Now, the mach has a bayonet too, and I'll get to that later. Anyways, this is chambered in 7.5 French, which is actually a good cartridge. It actually has, it's dimensionally similar to 308. There are some of these chambered in 308, by the way. This is chambered in 7.62 by 54R. Now this has rimless ammo. This is rimmed ammo. Remember, the R in rim stands for Russian. Stands for rim, not Russian, okay? Now, anyways, this, if you look at Mauser videos, how the guys put in the charging clip, they just push them down, then they close the bolt, and the clip flies right out. On this one, sometimes the clip will pop out when you push all the rounds down from the clip, but most of the time whenever I use it, they don't do that. I'm not sure why. I guess I'm doing something wrong, but yeah. Anyways, now the bolts, both these come out the same way. You pull the bolt back all the way to the rear, then you pull the trigger and you pull the bolt out. Sorry, it's a little tough. Now you see this has two locking lugs in the front. Now if you watched In Range TV's mud test of the Nagant, they used M9130. All Nagants have the same bolt, by the way. It didn't work out too well. They really had to clean that out to get it working again. Now I'm hoping to do a mud test on this one. That's something I'd really like to see, because this has two locking lugs as well. Hang on, let me take the bolt out. Come on. There we go. Oh, now my hands are dirty. Yeah, I always get dirty hands whenever I handle this bolt. I have no idea why. I scrub it and... Anyways, this has two locking lugs, but it's in the rear. So I'm wondering, does this have better mud and sand resistance because the locking lugs are in the rear and it just pushes all that junk out? I'm wondering about that. But yeah, now anyways, back to the matchup. Let me try and put these bolts back in. It's kind of hard to do. You don't have all your fingers with you. Yeah! Ta-da! Alright, second one. Now, in terms of accuracy, I get better accuracy with this rifle. It has a really nice peep sight. Hang on, let me see if I can actually have you look down that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, wait, I see the peep! Yeah, so you get better accuracy with this rifle. The Mosin, not quite so much. The best accuracy I can actually get out of both of my Mosin Nagant rifles is if I use either military surplus, which then I have to really clean these things out because they get rusty. Or I, you know, actually throw out the money for some Winchester ammo. Now, anyways, in terms of accuracy, this one's king. Now, in like a house-to-house scenario, I'd probably also take this, simply because the bolt is not. I find the bolt on the mosin, the Gaunt's, kind of clunky. Yeah. Now, in terms of reliability, first of all, the safety. This actually has a safety, but on the mosin, it's really tough. Now, I'd rather the mosins did what the mach did. You know, just religiously beat into your head, into the soldiers' heads. Hey, don't keep a round chambered. Just cycle around when you see an enemy and start firing at them. Now, as a reliability standpoint, I think this one would be kind of better. Because if you watch the in-range TV mud test, yeah, it didn't work out too well for the mosin. I'm hoping they do a mud test on this, though. I really do. That'd be really cool to watch. Anyways, now for bayonets. Now the mach, it could be better. Okay, let me pull this out. Now this is actually pretty cool. Is it bad that I bought the rifle just because I thought this part was cool? I don't think so. It's a piece of history. Who cares? Bayonet, there's much more to be desired. You can still like poke somebody with it and do damage to them, but this, I think, you know, you can poke a whole lot more people and you don't have to worry about it getting bent all to hell and probably breaking off, because if, you know, the bayonet breaks off, you're screwed. Now, personally, I'd prefer like a blade bayonet, but since there aren't any blade bayonets in this Battlefield review, so you're gonna have to stick with these. Personally, I like this bayonet more because it's fatter. I don't have to worry about it breaking off. These do kind of bend, but you need to put a lot of force into it. Now, if you watched Mike B's video where he stabs basically a log that's rotted out, I think it's oak. His friend actually stabs it in the side where it's not soft, and this does bend. It does. This one actually did bend. And yeah, he used one of these too. He used a lot of rifles in there. I kind of wish he had an Arisaka bayonet. That'd be pretty cool to see, but he didn't. Alright, anyways, next up, the sights. These don't go very far. I forgot the exact height that these go to. You see, that's not very far, but this is meant to be a carbine. You see, those actually go a little bit further. But anyways, now in house-to-house combat, I'd probably take the mach, personal opinion. For fighting, like, out in a trench, mach. For bayonets, the mosin's going to win. For a cartridge, mach. So, yeah. All in all, mosin, it's an alright rifle. It's got a safety, though, I gotta admit that, but I'd rather have this beaten to my head than have to move this all over the place. And this one especially is really hard. My other Nagant, this one's made in 1944. I don't know if I can show you it. It's so dark. Especially, this has really good bluing on it, too. Anyways, this is an Ishevik mosin, made in 1944. This one was actually, this mach was made in 1936. So, this one's just a little older than this one. But, honestly, for reliability, accuracy, and basic, you know, multiple styles of warfare, like trench, house-to-house combat, street fighting, I'd probably have to take the mach. For a bayonet, yeah, I'd take the mosin for that. Kind of wish this bayonet was on here, but, oh well, we can't pick and choose. Different countries have different views. Hey, I rhymed! Okay. Well, that does it for this review. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be sure to make another video.